Beats Planet.
And
come on inside and get yourself something cool.
We back. Oh shit. There we go. Like bra straps. Bra straps. Hey man, training camp going on. Kind of sick of y'all swiping on y'all phone like this. Trying to get that refresh button so that we can get the new updates. Listen, me and Master William still, you know what I'm saying? We in the building today. We're going to give y'all some fantastic content like always. First of all, I appreciate y'all for being here. Give y'all some thoughts, but what we really want to do, because it was a cool little day, Will, still. It was just a welcome back day. It was, we're going to get our feet wet day, a drill day. We're going to do some stuff there. Maybe a little team stuff, some walkthrough stuff. And, we ain't got a whole I mean, nobody said nothing with like Mozzie face on it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody did.
It did exactly what you was talking about, right? All the wide receiver videos, the tight end videos, quarterback videos, but ain't getting none of the linemen. But here's the thing, though. That's pad week, watch.
Well, I get it, dog.
Pad week.
I get it, but I'm Voch, right? And in my mindset, I feel like there's a portion of us that wants to know what Mozzie Smith looks like. You know what we got, though, Will, still? You know what we got instead? Dak Prescott throwing the ball to a net. God damn.
You know that's the content king part right there, though.
Yeah. But we've been waiting since February to see Dak Prescott throw that ball in that net, boy. Come on. But you know what, Will, still, it is okay because it's day one of training camp. We got a lot of stuff to do. We have a lot of camp to work on, right? So maybe we get a Mozzie drop at some point later. You said pad week next week. Maybe we'll get a little drop there. Then me and you will figure this thing out. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm your host, Lombardicus Prime,
AKA Ferrari.
VOCHLOMBARDI as I continue to set up all my background stuff and all the phones and stuff. Y'all can call in, do your thing. Get all the super chats pulled up. We had a super chat yesterday that we didn't read. My bad. Sadiqa, I apologize. Apparently, people in the chat been calling her bro. So she's not a bro. she's a miss and ma'am. You know what I'm saying? So don't hit her with the peppermint patty, right? Like stop calling me sir. You know what I mean? So we missed that super chat yesterday. Sorry,
ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being a part of this thing. Sadiqa is a miss and a ma'am. We being point guarded by the best in the business. Master, I ain't got it. Yeah, I do. Master William Steele.
You gotta be handy with the Steele, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep. Go ahead.
What's happening, fam? No, we gonna rock with that one because I'm ready to get into this thing again, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But training camp is back.
Yeah.
Training camp is back. We've been waiting, and we're at that point where we want football so bad that we'll look at anything and be excited about it. And we just got these tingles. We got these tingles all up. Dak throws any pass. We're excited about it. Michael walks out with a stick. We're excited about it. We're trying to figure out the metaphorical meaning behind Michael Parsons walking out with a huge stick. Paul, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of storylines, of course, but I got some Mike McCarthy interview audio that we're gonna get into. Don't worry about that. And he said some great things.
Yes, he did.
He said some great things, Will, still. And sometimes I don't want people to get so caught up in the sensationalism of any Dallas Cowboys quote. You know what I'm saying? And I was on the Get Right with Reg and KG. Appreciate y'all. And it was like, Voch, Mike McCarthy said, he going to run the damn ball. He going to run the football, Voch. You believe that? And a part of me was like, whatever Mike McCarthy says to me has been a lie so far. You know what I mean? So, so I ain't really going to feel like we're going to be this, how the Titans lean on Derrick Henry or whatever. I've never felt like the Cowboys are going to lean on Cousin Tony in that way. You understand what I'm saying? But I do think that there will be some emphasis on running the ball better, running the ball different, and when to run the football. But man, Mike McCarthy trying to get busy in the air, man. But they were asking questions to Mike McCarthy, and this whole offseason has been filled with, well, Mike, what's going to be different? How's this going to look? How is this going to be changed from the last season. And I think these are fair questions because if Dan Quinn wants to do exactly what he did last year, good. You know what I'm saying? But we know Dan to get a little better, but we don't know what Mike McCarthy looks like as a play caller in 2023. So they were asking Mike McCarthy some questions, man. So Mike, matter of fact, let me just run this because Mike was just kind of going a little crazy, with all these gems he was dropping.
I would not say we're moving away from we're not moving away from anything that we've done in the past because it's our foundation, and I mean, you go back to the first day when I arrived here, it was important to keep the language for Dak Prescott. So,
I think even that's important, right? Will still, because we always hear about these learning curves, you know what I mean? Like when new coaching staff comes in, new change comes in, how long is it going to take to get up to speed? We always hear that up to speed. Well, the foundation, right? And I love when, he was saying foundation. We're not changing everything. We're not changing scheme. We're changing words and we changing how we do shit. He's going to go a little deeper on this, but foundation is a very important, base word that Mike McCarthy is going to come back to and really is going to be important for all these clips. Let's keep listening.
Concepts are always, you're trying to grow. Every concept has a history, in the scheme design.
Every concept has a history, right? Why do we do this? Why do we start doing this, right? And this could be the reason why, we continue to have Giant success or Eagle success, right? Those teams keep getting better, but there was a reason why we started beating the shit out of the Eagles with this or beating the shit out of the, Giants with this, or why we started with Dak doing this. Dak was a running quarterback at first. Why is Dak this now? Why is he really good at this now? We don't want to change all those things. We don't want to change what makes Dak great. We don't want to change those fantastic game plans. We'll beat the shit out of these teams or this type of coverage with, right? We want to keep that foundation. Keep relative like language and things like this so that Dak knows what's like going on, because this is more Dak's offense than Mike McCarthy's offense. That's something else we got to talk about later, right? But we want to keep the history of this stuff, but make the shit better. Let's keep listening.
In my view, always fits into a family. It's important to keep growing those families and have variations of it. So, our approach is to build off of what we've established, as an offense. But I think you clearly got to recognize that, when I said the 30%, the 30% number I was really focused on was language, because language is such a big part of this. And if I have to learn new words, which I've had since I've been here, and the crazy part is the same word means the totally opposite about 50 different times. So I still screw it up once in a while, but that's such a big part. But the concepts are the concepts. The schemes are the schemes. We put a tremendous amount of time in detail on the concepts as we've added the wrinkles that you have to add. You got to add.
The concepts are the concepts, Will Steele. The scheme is the scheme. But we just want to add some little wrinkles. We just want to do just one little thing different, small little thing different. We'll be watching Kellen Moore and they'll run like a Turpin come in, right? We're like, oh shit, Turpin coming in. And they run like a double, triple, reverse pass, reverse toss to Tony or some shit from Turpin's thing, right? That might be a cool idea with Turpin, but let's not do a bunch of bullshit. Let's just give the ball to Turpin and see how that works, right? Okay, we want Turpin to be like an outside zone type dude. Well, let's not do it from emotion because that's going to look predictable. Let's do it with Turpin lined up here. These small details will still. It could be the same play, the same idea, the same family, right? I got to throw this to CeeDee Lamb more. You know what I mean? Like, hey, there was this point in time, Will, still to where, Zeke will get all the good running back carries, right? Like, I'm just going to turn around and hand that bitch to Zeke. But when Tony came in, the shit had to be exotic and cute and funny looking. I would hate that because we always lose yards doing that. Mike, hey, let's not get too cute with Tony. Tony's a running back. He's not a gadget dude. Let's just hand that bitch to Tony. Go ahead, Wilson. You have some? Heard you breathing?
Yeah, I don't want to gloss over. I think the important part right there is the family aspect. I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. I don't know if you can replay. I don't want you to play the whole damn thing over. But having, he said all the plays are kind of tied together or are under the same umbrella or have the same come from a family or whatever. That's important because that goes back to the purpose. And he talks about details a lot. And you'll hear Tony talk about that. You've heard Jalen talk about it. You've heard Simi, Dak, Lamb, Cooks. All these guys are echoing the same thing, the why, the purpose in what they're doing. And when he says he's trying to marry these things together and build on top of that, That is dribbling with the purpose, what we talk about a whole lot. And that's something we just didn't hear a lot about over the last 4 years, or quite frankly, see. So these plays are going to mean something for later, as opposed to just calling the play.
So let me just do this too, because we never know who's, watching. What is a family? What is a plays family? Okay. CeeDee Lamb in the slot. Jet sweep handed to him. Off that play. CeeDee Lamb in the slot. Fake the jet sweep. Do something else. CeeDee Lamb in the slot. You're going to jet, but we're going to fake the Tony first. Then we're going to shovel up to you. CeeDee Lamb in the slot. He's going to motion here, but he's going to motion back out. We're going to turn that thing into a short outside pass run game extension kind of way. You see what I'm saying? Chat. That's what a plays family is, right? Because in real life, you really only got like 30 something plays, but the different ways to run those 30 plays, you end up with like 470 something plays. But it's all the same play and the same play family, the same foundation. You understand what I'm saying? So now you can take a plays foundation and go, all right, we've been doing that set of family stuff with CeeDee Lamb. Let's see what it looked like when Turpin's running motion inside, breaking back outside for a short pass now. And when you have that foundation, when everybody understands, and we got a little more to talk about with that too, when everybody understands, now we can add some details to it. We can add some nuances to it. We can add small changes to it. And we can always go back to it whenever we want to, because the foundation is the same. That
goes back to the history. He talked about the concepts, have a history. What he's talking about is obviously West Coast offense has a history. You're not really changing that foundation of that. Like, you can tweak it, you can add to it, you can make it better. The Kyle Shanahan's of the world, McVay's, Andy Reid's, all these guys have a base found, and that goes back to identity, right? Air Coryell. There's so many. There's only probably like maybe 3 different versions of offenses in the NFL, and they run them in different ways. They tweak them. So when he talks about these concepts having a history, he's right. These things are here. They've been involved in the game for the last 50 to 60 years. We just have to be able to tweak it.
Yeah, I feel you. Let's get back into it.
You have to protect your base concepts every year and give it variation and definition.
You have to protect your base concepts every year and give it variation. I keep pausing.
That's crazy. I didn't know you were going there. That's basically what I was just saying.
Yeah, I keep pausing, but Mike McCarthy going crazy, right? What does that mean? And this can go for your defense also, Will Steele. If you just do the same exact thing over and over again, yes, it will become predictable and it will be schemed against. Right, so you have to protect the West Coast. The West Coast, it has existed. It has existed. Spread offense has existed. The damn wing T, it don't get run a lot, in the pros and shit. But there's some college teams out here running the goddamn wing T, Will Steele. But you protect those base and those and the foundation of those schemes by simply adding detail and deviations and shit and weird little changes into. Come on, man. Mike McCarthy going crazy, man, but y'all up here talking about interceptions and shit and run the ball, man. Let's get back to it.
And that comes into details, and that's really where I think our players and coaches have done a really good job, in the off season, because we talked about learning it, through phase 1 and through phase 2, then we talked about detailing it in phase 3, and I feel like we accomplished it. Now we got to go practice and perfect it. So,
gotta learn it, tweak it.
Details, man. Yeah, man. I love
it. They got back into it though. Friend of the show, Jane Slater, asked Mike McCarthy, would you use Brandon Cooks like you used to use Randall Cobb? You know what I mean? I think those 2 players are 2 different players, but Mike McCarthy's response was interesting. Here we go.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, definitely. I think, just like anything, a big part of having, elite playmakers is, it's the same conversation we have all the time in here about Micah. If you line up, an elite player, a playmaker in the same spot all the time, it's easier for the opposition to try to take him away. So, one of the things, because obviously with Brandon being new, watching his route tree and particularly the menu that he's really excelled at in his past experiences, we obviously paid close attention to that. So, and it's really the same conversation with Michael Gallup. We don't want to just line Michael up at the X spot all the time too. So
Now, Will Steele, when Brandon Cooks first got here, it was in my mind that he's only going to be as an outside receiver on the left side of the field. He's going to run past people, and he's going to open things up underneath everybody else.
You ain't been watching them then.
Mike McCarthy said, yeah, fair enough. I mean, he ain't been on my team, so that's fair enough. Mike McCarthy said, we gonna play Brandon Cooks everywhere. Brandon Cooks gonna line up at X, Y, Z, slot, HF. We're gonna put Brandon Cooks everywhere. Why? Because it's better to put your elite. He said elite, Will Steele. Your elite playmakers all over the place. And Will Steele, if you had to guess with the movement of Brandon Cooks, the first thing I said that made me laugh at myself. If you had to guess, Will Steele, what I said, that would be a direct, like a direct cause and effect of Brandon Cooks moving everywhere. What would you think I said?
I don't think I follow, so just go ahead.
We finally get to cut Turpin ass because all the things that we thought Turpin was gonna do, like, okay, cool. Turpin ain't finna run deep ball stuff, so we just gonna let Turpin do these little jet sweeps and like line Turpin up at the slot. If Brandon Cooks get the line up at the slot,
well, let me give the other side to that. To be fair, Mike McCarthy is very, very big on all of these guys knowing every position. He's made that very apparent since he's got here in Dallas. He said, I want all these guys to know what they're doing. Hence why it was difficult for guys like Jalen Tolbert, to get on the field. All of that in that particular offense was tough to get down pat. He eventually parlayed this into Michael Gallup, talking about, hey, we don't just want to keep Gallup at XY receiver. We want to move him around as well. And I think based off of how he was playing last year with that knee injury, he couldn't do nothing else but play XY receiver. So I do think there's something to having these guys be able to play all over the field. And if you go back to Green Bay, everybody was everywhere. It wasn't just one guy in one spot.
Yeah, let's get back to it. Fantastic point, Will Steele.
These answers really fall in the area of details, and I'm talking about. The concept.
Can't even breathe.
He do sound like
they have different.
Can't even. Don't talk about these details.
The
The details I'm talking about.
He's from Pittsburgh, so they don't even talk like that.
This motherfucker can't even breathe. He from New Jersey now. Let's get back into it.
He do one long run-on sentence and then.
But he had to get them last 5 words in.
Yeah, when he talk, it just start getting lower.
Bro, just please just stop and go.
Breathe, bro.
And the details that we talk about. Anyway,
lining up in different spots to excel at that. Because at the end of the day,
you breathe right there.
I remind our guys, time and time again, I've never seen a quarterback get fired for not, for having bad run game footwork, or spending too much time in the run game, but at the end of the day, it's about throwing the football. It's about winning 2-minute drills and so forth. So the connection between the quarterback and the route running of the perimeter group is a major focus for us.
The route running of the perimeter group. See, man, y'all up here with all this clickbait stuff that y'all be saying on the social medias, man. Hey, Mike McCarthy said, it's about the.
No, say what he said. Mike McCarthy talked about the running, right? And everybody freaked the hell out.
2-minute drills, the air, and the route running of the perimeter group.
Oh, don't forget, at the end of the day, it's about winning throwing the football. I mean,
in the air. Come on.
I 100% guarantee you that quote will not go viral. Like we got to be able to run the football to protect the defense. And everybody just bought into this thing now. Oh, my goodness, the Cowboys are going backwards. They're going to be this team that runs the ball 35, 45 times a game. This is ridiculous. This is in 1992. Pay attention. Mike McCarthy ain't never been that dude, number one. Number two, you traded for one of the best wide receivers of the last decade, right? Most consistent ones in Brandon Cooks. You didn't draft a running back until the 6th round. You let go of Ezekiel Elliott. You really not watching what's happening out here. If you think this team is all of a sudden just going to be a team that leans on the run as opposed to trying to find ways to be more efficient and using the pass game to open up the run game. Levels.
I'm gonna see if I can run it. Hold on. Will Steele, can you hear this? And if we can't do it, we just won't do it.
Yeah, can you hear it?
You hear that? All right, cool. So let me do Let me turn it up a little bit. Let's just go back to the end so I can hear what he said.
Game, but at the end of the day, it's about throwing the football. It's about winning 2-minute drills and so forth. So the connection between the quarterback and the route running of the perimeter group is a major focus for us.
No.
He said major. You know why? Because it's the most important part of football now. So all you running back truthers, just deal with it.
Will Steele. All this running back shit, all this run the damn ball was a lie. This run the damn ball was a lie. Now, it's all about when you run it, right? Like when you run it, situational running, not running your, like let your defense play. Let's not exhaust them. But you went, hold on, what this motherfucker say? What is this running shit?
Game where, for having bad run game footwork, or not, spending too much time in the run game, but at the end of the day, it's about throwing the football. It's about winning 2-minute drills and so forth. So the connection between the quarterback and the route running of the perimeter group is a major focus for us. Major focus.
Let me give you credit, Will Steele, because there's a lot we can do with this now, right? You always say, right, you got to follow the, follow the receipts, right? If we were going to be such a run-heavy team, we need more backs.
Yeah.
we need more backs, right? But instead, we just get this route runner that just this outside route runner with big speed, elite playmaking ability. Will say what Mike McCarthy just said, that can stretch the field. If we want to be a run-first team, why would we do that? Perimeter
between the quarterback and the route running of the perimeter group is a major focus for us.
And if I could just keep it real, like if I could be real for a minute, if I could just keep it a buck, man, Zeke don't help you with that. So what you gonna bring him back for? Like,
let me throw a curveball at you. When he says, what did he say? The relationship between the quarterback and the route running.
I play it for you, Will.
Between the quarterback and the route.
What did he say? The relationship. I'll make sure I'm using the right word.
Let me just go two more seconds backwards.
Throwing the football. It's about winning 2 minutes, spending too much time in the run game, but at the end of the day, it's about throwing the football. It's about winning 2-minute drills and so forth. So the connection between the quarterback,
same thing. So the relationship between the quarterback and the route running.
You say relationship anyway. I'm saying relationship. Fuck it. Go ahead.
But this is why I think it's real, man. How many times, at least on my show, did we come on there and we went in and did the tape Tuesdays, and I'm sitting here like, this route doesn't make sense. This combination doesn't make sense. This concept doesn't make sense. You're not taking advantage of what you got going on out there on the defense. Instead, we kind of key and he about hitch routes. Mm-hmm. I think opposing fans think we just be playing.
Right.
When we talk about how many hitch routes the Cowboys run and how big of an emphasis it is in the offense. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do some digging. And shouts out to PFF for providing this information recently. Hitch routes targeted in 2022, Dak Prescott clears the field. Wow. 18% of all of his passes were on hitch routes. Allen, 16%. Geno, 15. Mahomes, 15. Herbert, 14. Hurts, 13. Burrow, 12. Cousins, 11. And then you start to realize, it makes sense that the Cowboys under Kellen Moore are 28th in yards after catch.
Damn.
His whole entire tenure, not one season.
Hold on, Will Steele. Hold on, Will.
So when he's talking about the relationship between the quarterback and the route concepts is a major focus, I guarantee you his analytical team is saying, God damn it, we're almost throwing 20% of our passes on hitch routes. And we can't get any yards after catch. We're not making life easier for our quarterback. Major focus.
Ain't even about yards no more, bro. Like, when we say, hey, this offense can get better, and people go to the pro Kellen, because he's a Charger now, right? And what Kellen, hey, Kellen was number one in the number.
Yeah, they pull up the volume numbers, but we didn't care about that. What have you been saying, Voch?
Yeah,
I don't care about being number one.
I don't care about being number one.
Bro, we've been number one offense since Tony took over.
And we ain't done a goddamn thing being number one offense, boy. Nothing.
No, this ain't new to us. This is true to us.
Oh man, dog, we haven't done a thing with being the number one offense, bro. And I'm just like, what this motherfucker say? The
it's about winning 2-minute drills and so
That's
forth.
important.
So the connection between the quarterback,
relationship,
all that shit, man. And the route running of perimeter receivers, Will Steele.
Yeah.
Perimeter, the outside guys, the outside dudes, right?
And the route running of the perimeter group is
outside guys, right? Like because that's really West Coast. right? And we just talked about it. Will still with some of the camp videos. We saw some West Coast passing concepts. I'll let you talk about that on your show in the morning with that clip you was talking about. But man, you're gonna need to run some routes on the outside, not hitches. Not just in case y'all only know, hitch, boom, boom, like 2-3 steps turn, stop routes. Amari Cooper cussed everybody out over these.
Sure did.
Amari Cooper quietly, politely scoffed and rolled his. I would hate, man. Look, they're like, Amari Cooper, what you think about you had to change the play and go run the deep route. Cooper go, I don't know, man. And he politely cussed y'all asses out about these damn stop routes. So why do you need perimeter route running so you can run more routes outside that ain't goddamn stop routes? Come on, man.
Yeah. Details, man. Details.
Let's see, Will Steele, this is why me and you important, right? Like, me and you, we didn't rehearse this, right? But the shit just kind of flowed together, didn't it? It just kind of just went together. You had I had my talking points and all the shit just built. I was late today. This shit just worked out. Come on, man. But man, dog, Mike McCarthy was going crazy, bro. Don't listen to Mike McCarthy when he's talking like big picture. Yeah,
for the headlines. Don't listen to him for the headlines. I'm telling you. And this is what I love about Mike, bro. Like, he's not Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett strategically doesn't say much. Like, he's like a robot, and give him credit for that. Like, he's not really going to try to let on much of anything. McCarthy's passion for the game and the details and the nuances is uncontrollable. He can't help. Right. He can't help but let it out sometimes, and not in a negative way. Just listen to the ball aspect of what McCarthy is talking about, and I guarantee you'll come away with stuff. It's why, bro. It's why after week 1 and week whatever it was, 2 or 3, where he talked about, having to change the play sheet and things like that. Sure. We in the content community knew what was happening. Yep. We knew there was a divide in that room, and Mike McCarthy didn't have enough of it. And what did Mike McCarthy say? Hey, man, after 2020, I had to switch up this philosophy. Sure. Hey, Kellen, we got to come in here and talk about this.
Sure.
Yeah.
So now it's more detail oriented. Now, hey, everybody has a thing to do. This is why you do it. Now we just want to build an understanding of why we do the things that we do on offense. And this whole less is more thing, bro. Like, it's, yeah, I mean, like, hold on. Here's this Tony clip, and then hold on. Tony Pollard said, "What's most exciting?"
Before you play that, did you see the whole interview?
I did.
Okay, I talked to you about off air because I don't want to. Shouts out to Bobby, Shouts out to Bobby. That's what I was saying.
I know you go hit mute real quick. Hold on, let me hit this and let me mute the phones real quick. I'm muted.
You feel me? You feel me? Okay. Shouts out to Bobby though.
I would just say, couldn't be me, Worcester.
No.
But here's what Tony Pollard had to say on that point.
I would say just the way that we break things down, the way we install things on offense. How we go into the installs and make sure guys like understand why they're doing things and why they're in this position and why they have to do that and that.
Why they got to do this, man? Coach, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this, right? For what? For what? Well, because if for one, I mean, we talked about this what he said, Will said, this marriage relationship connection.
In the route running of the perimeter group is a major focus for us.
Hey man, with a lot of these route concepts, you got to know why you doing shit. You know what I mean? If you're running at a certain leverage versus another leverage, you need to know why. You know what I'm saying? Not just, oh, I'm running a deep crosser. Oh, now I'm running a deep crosser to pull this safety so CeeDee Lamb can run free up under me. And honestly, that may clean up a lot of Dak picks in terms of these option routes that Mike McCarthy hate, but they in the system and Dak kind of like them a little bit, so we might still run them anyway. You know what I'm saying? The idea of why I'm running this could cut down on a lot of blunders. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, okay, well, this is the correct depth. How many picks did we see from Lamb last year, right? To where he just picked the wrong depth of his route, where he ran in front of somebody when he ran behind somebody when he should have been running in front of somebody. Well, if he understands why he's running this route, He'll never run behind a defender. You know what I'm saying? There's not a reason if we throwing you the football, you should run behind the defender. But Kellen Moore doesn't have 25 years of offensive play calling and route running to hold CeeDee Lamb, put his arm around the shoulder, like, hey, man, we looking for you. Why would you run behind the defender? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Schottenheimer, Mike McCarthy do. Go ahead.
Similar thing happened with McCarthy, happened with Dak. You know, a couple weeks ago, people want to be first. If you ain't first, you're last. The whole 10 interception things. I'm like, why are people worried about that part of the quote? When it was the other part where he said McCarthy has done a fantastic job with these guys. They know why they need to be where they need to be, when they need to be there, and when they're going to be looked at. That is way more important than I'm not going to have 10 interceptions, which he didn't even say. So again, details, small things. You can find out a lot about what's going on with these boys.
Oscar Sullivan in the chat says Tony Pollard sounds like landlord.
Ain't they both from Alabama?
Yeah, Alabama.
I'm talking about landlord from Memphis.
That's racist. All right. It's 3:53. Mike McCarthy talked about Terrence Steele or whatever. We know Terrence. You know, Terrence is available. What's the list of this clip?
Really, if you know Terrence and if you could see him every day, nothing really surprises you. super consistent, off the charts professionally. And he's been in there since the surgery every day at the same time. So I'm not surprised at all that he's crossed the thresholds that he needed to cross in the timely fashion that he did because of his discipline and work ethic. So we feel really good about him coming back. But in the same breath, we got to be smart with him too. It's still a major joint injury. So, but I think he's done a great job getting himself ready.
Offensive line ACLs are not like wide receiver and DB ACLs. That's something I've been on record saying the whole offseason. Terrence is fine. Terrence will be ready for day one, and even Tony will be ready for day one. It's been documented, and Mike McCarthy love him some goddamn Terrence Steele, boy. You could just hear this boy professional every day. He went at
not, man. That the hard work, man, he puts in.
Yeah, and also too, just for offensive line, I don't think I've made this point. Our hips are more important. You know what I'm saying? Because when we offensive linemen, we put so much weight on our hips because we sit down a lot. You know what I mean? So as opposed to leaning forward and breaking, we sit down on our hips. So if Terrence would have had a hip problem, that'd have been bad. Leo Collins had a hip problem. Jason Peters.
Right.
I ain't heard nothing from Jason Peters and his hip. Like I ain't see him get up and walk off or nothing.
Well, bro, I don't want to hear nothing about Jay, because if we hear anything about Jason Peters, that means something happened in one of these tackles.
Yeah.
You know how that go. But I look at Terrence Steele being available now, which they're probably not going to rush him in. They're going to take their time with him and TP. I look at him being available now as a positive. Yes, right? This is great. No one should be, scared to have Terrence Steele back. He's been medically cleared. They ran the test the other day on him and other injured guys, and he's good to go. So as long as they're, responsible and smart and getting him back warmed up, I'm excited to get him back out there on the field. He's one of your best offensive linemen.
All right. And fantastic point, Will Still. All right, let's quick little stuff that we saw on the social media.
Some updates.
Yeah. Just some quick little updates. And Will, you can show whatever you want to show. You know what I'm saying? The guy. Just basically what I saw. Dak threw the ball in the net. It was very accurate. We're excited.
Yeah.
Per Pat Walker, I believe, Terrence Steele had a good block versus Sam Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Now I tweeted. Well, I ain't tweet that, but I thought of that tweet to share with y'all because I think that's going to be a very important battle this whole offseason. What does Sam look like versus Terrence? One, for Terrence's health, of course, but what does Terrence look like versus the non-Parsons guys, right? That's important. But then Terrence is a starter, top tackle in the league. I need to see what Sam looked like versus one of them kind of dudes. So we have that conversation there.
Yeah. You also got some injury updates.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Also, Pat Walker. Obviously, the two biggest one, but the biggest one is the Donovan Wilson situation. Yeah, he left practice. He has a calf situation. They're not sure on the severity of it yet. Hopefully, it's just a slight strain, nothing crazy, or cramp or something. We hope it's nothing serious. So we're wishing Dono the best. Izzy also left, but per Pat Walker, he came back to the sideline, was held out the remainder of practice. So we'll keep our eyes on that. And that is the bad thing, right, about camp is you're going to get these guys get nicked up and dinged up. So hopefully these are just minor situations and not major ones, but there is nothing further on either. Just calf injury on Dono. They're waiting for the full status, and then Izzy left, but he came back on the sideline.
As long as it's not that, 3-letter ligament, you know what I'm saying? As long as it ain't nothing like that, then I feel solid. You know what I mean? Hey, if Donovan got to sit out, you know what I'm saying, for 4 weeks, good. We got a long time before week 1. I mean, we got till September. You know what I'm saying? So, long as it's like something mild, something that you could just rest and be cool, then fine, cool. But all right. Cowboy Nation is ready to cut Semi Fehoko. Will Steele, what you think about that?
Look. It is what it is. Camp is camp. There's going to be overreactions to everything, but not a good look for Semi. Not a good look. He's got to catch that rock. Or shout out to Eric Scott being right there in the right time, right place, right time. But not a good first day. And it's weird with Semi. I feel like 3 years in a row, he always starts off odd in the beginning and then he just turns it on. So hopefully he got the nervousness out of the system and he could turn it back on. Because speaking about that route, that throw, yep. The pick obviously caught my attention. I kind of laughed at it at first, but then it was the route combination. Mm-hmm. You saw some West Coast style route combination there. So I'm looking for more of that. You were bringing that up earlier, the slant flat type stuff. I'm more excited about that than the actual drop. And
I am sure that Will Steele is going to do a whole segment on it in the morning, 8:30 on YouTube. So go check him out, please, please, please. Now, look, Dak throwing the interception, it would have been whatever. Well, boy, it's timing and it's the type of interception. Because, all offseason we've been saying, hey, man, the ball been bouncing off people's hands. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be, whether it be Noah Brown, whether it be Peyton Hendershot or whatever. Hey, just no more picks, all right? Nothing, just Dak is accurate, da-da-da. And Dak hit Semi right in the hands, and it bounced off. And Eric Scott picked, and everybody just did a collective this shit again. You know
I know Dak did it. I know Dak was like, I just said 2 weeks ago, we ain't going to have these tipped INTs, and here we go. The very first day, you drop the ball, it gets tipped, and it gets picked.
I always go back to the movie. I forgot the movie it was. It was Get Rich or Die Trying, I believe, 50 Cent walking. I never forget this line. It was one of my favorite movies. I told you not to shoot nobody. The first thing you did when you walk in this motherfucker, shoot somebody. He was talking to Terrence Howard, and I love that quote because it always happens. And dog, we're not gonna have tip picks this year. And the first clip we get in team practice is a goddamn tip pick, bro. But shouts out to Eric Scott though, man. You have to be in the right place to get those picks. I thought it was gonna be like Cooper Rush or something. Like, oh, Eric Scott got a pick. Cooper Rush did Cooper Rush things, but he picked off Dak, so good for Eric Scott. But
Cooper Rush had a nice throw to Moreno Cropper.
Yeah. So he's another guy to look out for. Also, since we're talking about the undrafted guys, TJ Bass got involved at right guard in some of the first team right guard.
Honestly, that's who I hope. With Zach out, I hope he makes a statement.
Because let's just go ahead and send Josh Ball to Cleveland and get this shit over with, so that we can give the real reps to real guards on this team. Like Austin Richards need real guard reps. I need real Fournier reps from him. I need TJ Bass reps from him. Like I don't want to waste reps on Josh Ball because I don't feel like he even matters here. Josh Ball should be
man, I'm with you. Look, I'll root for everybody, but
I don't.
I mean, if you root for the Cowboys, you should root for everybody. Because think about it. If Josh Ball does so well that he's forcing people to be like, hey, man, we might have to make a decision or something, that means he's playing well. He's competition. I don't root for him to not do well because that's just a waste at that point in time. But if he's not going to play well early, then yeah, move over and let's get Chuma in there. Let's get Awesome Richards in there, whomever.
Feel you, my guy. Feel you. Chat. Phone lines are open if y'all want to tap into the phones. The number is... Oh, hold on, Wilson. Don't tell me. Shit. How this shit refresh? Hold on. Wait. What's the number?
I was just about to say 202-926-1127. Access code. You should definitely know the access code by now. 309-104.
God damn it, I looked over at the screen and the intro was playing. I'm like, it's this far behind, but I had to hit refresh. All right. Cool, here we go. Phone lines open if y'all want to tap in. We were on time today, so it's 4:00. So I mean, all right. So we're gonna get this first call in. Y'all go ahead and call in now. And after this first call, we're gonna lock the phones up. All right.
I ain't scared of you, mother.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. On the phones.
That's what I was actually doing.
Hello?
I
got two songs, one for the blood and one for the
Here we go.
Oh, this morning I ain't care. This morning I was playing Duffel Bag Boy because yesterday.
Yeah,
that's my intro music this morning.
Like just cut it down real low afterwards.
Oh, no.
Let's get into it, man. Let's go. Let's get D Schiff on the phone. What's up, D Schiff?
Hey, what's good, dog?
Cool, my guy. What you got for the show?
Let me. Oh, my fault, bro. I had the internet playing too on the phone, but
turn your house down.
Yeah, man. Man, y'all better get your boy Danny Savage, man.
What? What'd he do?
Man, I've been caught up with Danny, man. Me and him going back and forth about Zack Martin and how he overrated.
What?
Who said Zack Martin overrated?
My boy Savage, man.
Oh, jeez.
He woke up, man. He had a coffee today, dog. You're not Larry Allen.
Danny Savage says he's overrated.
Okay. Hey, man, we ain't got to listen to Danny Savage, man. It's all good. We don't have to pay attention.
Nah, shout out to Danny, man. It's always kind of fun to, I don't know, ruffle them feathers a little bit. But, nah, man, so just, I guess, transitioning off of that, man, I don't know, like, what Voch, in your opinion, like, I was listening to you talk about the running backs the other day, and I feel like you're real calm and cool about it. So what do you know that we don't know, Voch? Or can you, like, run that back for me? Because I feel all right, man. I feel all right. I feel like, you know, you have a guy like Tony who's going to be on the field. Like, I mean, you're asking these guys to be on the field for, like, 10, 11 plays, and you're talking about 2 or 3 other guys, you know? Maybe 14, 15.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can kind of simmer the nation down about that and just and you know kind of show them other alternatives and perspectives. So thank you, good sir, and appreciate the work y'all do, bro.
Appreciate you, Chef. Hey, if the nation needs calming on the running back situation, I mean,
you know, it's about winning 2-minute drills and so forth. So the connection between the quarterback and the route running of the perimeter group is a major focus for us.
Hey man, we win them shits in the air, dog. My McCarthy said we about to throw the ball. You know what I mean? Plus, like, you know, I imagine people worried about running back 2, running back 3, and depth and things like that. Y'all ain't worried about Jerry McKinnon and Boston Scott and them. You know what I'm saying? Like them dudes ain't dudes that were like, oh, we got Boston Scott as the second, third. We good now. You know what I'm saying? Like we Tony's our guy. And your offensive line is gonna be the big thing to, you know, boost these characters. Ronald Jones is fine. Dude's on is fine. Hunter Lipke's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. Offensive line really is what's going to dictate this.
Yeah.
I don't care how good your running back is. You have to be all time if you don't have a good offensive line. Like, you know, Barry Sanders exists in the world and things like that. And other guys have done well with bad offensive lines, but, you know, not some, you know, 2,000 yards. This guy's, you know, all pro with a shitty offensive line in front of him. No. So the offensive line and the scheme, if they are improved, and honestly, the offensive line before Steele got hurt was already a solid run blocking team, you know? So you get Steele back in there, you know, second year, Tyler Smith. Apparently, Tyler Biotish is looking improved if you talk to Duke. So offensive line, if that is good and you have a better scheme running, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to better players, but you have Tony Pollard, a legitimate Pro Bowl running back. You don't need 2 of them. So you just need dudes behind him that can, you know, fill a role. Yep. Ronald can fill a role. Lipke can fill a role. Deuce can fill a role. Malik. These guys have traits that can fill roles. So you use them as a committee. And that's really how the league is turning into anyway. It's a committee duo type of approach as opposed to one guy anyway. So, yeah, the names aren't sexy. But give me offensive line and scheme over having 2 sexy name running backs.
Plus, Mike McCarthy will throw the goddamn ball, so we'll be all right, man. We'll be good to go. Queen is going to come in and skip the line. What's up, Queen? Queen.
Hello.
What's up, Queen?
There she go.
Hey, y'all.
What's good with you?
What happened?
Where you at? You on Mars?
Wait a minute.
Huh?
No, let me tell you something. I got two goddamn. Oops, excuse me.
Oh shit.
The way she was so polite on the oops, excuse me.
I couldn't hear the call go out.
Yeah. Okay. I got. I'm sorry, Queen. You know, I'm just playing, Queen.
Wait a minute. Let me hang this. If I hang this one up, I'm scared it's gonna hang up on y'all, and y'all
Don't
not
hang
gonna
it
let
up.
me call back.
Don't hang it up. You good?
No,
you good?
no, you gotta call back.
We hear you. Go ahead, Queen. What you got for the show?
Oh, I just wanted to just give you guys shout outs and
Thank you so much.
tell you guys thank you for getting me through the off season because over the past, former years or whatever, it was really rough because we didn't have anything. So I thank all the whole Cowboys content creator universe for getting us over that hump for the off season. And that's really all I called for. And I left a really nice super chat.
We gonna read it for sure. We gonna
Thank
read
you, Queen.
Queen, thank
I'm
you so Queen,
I decided I start being good, y'all, because I be so bad when I call y'all. So
Bad
I
like what?
decided to start being a little good girl.
Bad like what?
No, we like Queen the way Queen is.
Bad like what? Because I don't think you've ever said anything bad. Like what have you said that would be bad? Because I don't know what you.
Well, I'm not gonna say it right now, but I'll get y'all next time. I'll have something for y'all next time because I already had my mindset that I was gonna be a good girl today. So
You're always a good girl, Queen. We don't even know what you're talking about. So I don't know what you're talking about.
all right, thank you guys. How about some Cowboys?
All
Yes,
right, Queen.
indeed.
We love you so much. Thank you. Have a good one.
Love you too. Bye bye.
Did you see what I love about Queen? Because that's how you know she got kids, right?
Yeah.
Queen can flip that switch like every black mom I know.
Yeah.
Where they say something like, sit your $5 ass down before I make change, and then she going to the school.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, so how's my baby doing here? And
Just so polite. Like,
Yeah,
where's
yeah,
that politeness when you talking to me and you're mad?
Yeah. Yo, Queen being that bit like, hell boy, Kellen playing like he ain't getting this, like, whoa. We love Queen, man.
The conference.
Oh, man. Yeah.
But that's why Queen skips the line. We get on up front. Like, come on, Queen, tell us what. Give us one of them greatest hits you got. All right, let's get Jamal on the phone. What's up, Jamal?
Sam.
Oh,
okay, here we go.
What happened? What's up?
My bad. I'm at work. I'm at work and was on break and I had pressed mute on accident. My bad.
I got you, my guy. What you got for the show?
Anyway, I called in because yesterday at the end of the show, I noticed y'all were reading the super chats and somebody said something about Mike Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
And just the look on your face made me want to create a meme. Anyway.
Shouts out to Mike. On the list. Shouts out to Mike Fisher. A lot of respect for Mike Fisher. He's a veteran in this game. I don't have a bad thing to say. I'm just a content king, and that's it. I ain't gonna say about Mike Fisher. Shouts out to Mike Fisher.
Keep doing you, bro. You and Skywalker still stay the same. Don't change.
Yeah.
I just the look on your face yesterday, it made my day, bro, because it was a rough one. But anyway, with the press conference that Mike McCarthy had today, bro, I honestly, man, I really can't wait to see what this receiving core looks like. And with Simi Fihoko, the drop today, I hope that's just a first day jitters type of deal, but I really want to see what JT got to offer this. I really think JT gonna cook in this offense this year, man.
Yeah.
And that's really all I got. Just I noticed the look on your face yesterday. That's exactly how I feel. The feelings are mutual. It drives me nuts when people throw out names like they the only one that matter, like they the only one that create content. Amen. And like they the only one that do research. So much love to you and Skywalker. Still keep doing y'all. Stay the same. Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Appreciate you, Jamal. Don't get fired, man. Good call. Here we go. Hey, man, shouts out to Buddy. Ain't nothing to do with it, man. Ain't nothing to do with it. But anyway, let's see. Let's see.
Gavin, she definitely did say something about the platter. I remember that.
Yeah, she did. She did say something about the platter. All right, let's get Joe on the phone. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Voch, how we doing?
What's good, my guy? What you got for the show?
Yeah, it really does sound like, from what I heard from the presser, all of this is going back to nuance for this off season.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured, Joe. Shit crazy, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know, man, it's just something when they just go up there, they start talking these press conferences, you know what I'm saying? We just believe them, you know what I mean? But then they come out and do something totally different, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else you got?
Well, the one thing I do like about, like, for like our running backs, we do have two people that can actually just, if you want to, you can also run the ball outside zone with Deuce and TP.
Mm-hmm.
That you can get big yards and chunks doing it that way, so that you can maximize your run game.
Hell yeah, man. You know, hey, you know. But look, though, the problem with that is, though, Joe, is to have Deuce and TP on the field at the same time. Like, what's that personnel package, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, who?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Go
that package is the dream.
Hell yeah, man. I can't wait, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you had them and them, you know what I'm saying, 3 receivers. So that's like Brandon Cooks, Deuce, and hell, you can even throw like Turpin in there or something, you know what I mean?
And hopefully this means you also put some skinny posts in there for hopefully for CD, hopefully Michael Gallup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. What's that, Joe?
And I wish I could have been here yesterday when Trayvon got signed.
Yeah.
The one thing I loved about that is,
right.
One, you finally got yourself the cornerback number 1. You managed to keep him without spending too much money. And it's one of your own that you managed to draft, and you don't have to spend a high round pick to actually get the same type of talent back or rolling the dice to hope he's that good.
Yeah. I feel you, Joe. Hey, you know, fantastic call, man. You know, we love you, man. Anything else before you go?
No, that's it, my man.
All right. Yo, Joe, let me ask you a question. What you think about Simeon this interception day, man? You trying to cut Simeon like everybody else, or you just think it's just a one-day thing?
The problem I have with Simeon wasn't exactly just this one-off situation.
Yeah.
Is that I just wanted to try to get the most out of my roster spot. If he happens to go in the way contracts are, he can go.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you, Joe. Appreciate you, man. Good call, my guy. Good call.
God, man. Love Joe. Joe called in early today, man, and had some good words to say, too. Appreciate him.
All right, cool.
Hey, I ain't pressed this one in a while, but here we go.
Okay, what we got?
Per Ian Rappaport on Twitter here. Cowboy safety Donovan Wilson, who was carted off at practice, suffered a calf strain. Source said those can take time. Hey, I was hoping it would be something slight.
Yeah.
But we saw, who was it? Michael Gallup. He missed 6 weeks.
Yep.
6 weeks.
But hey, we got a whole month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sit him down.
Yeah.
Have a seat, brother.
Yep, month and some change. Could you hear what I was playing the back?
Oh, I heard it. Yeah, that's why I ain't pressed my button.
Okay, cool. I love Joe. We just got some characters, man. I got to find a way to work that in the show, man. Here we go. Let's get Adrian on the phone. What's up, Adrian?
What's going on, Voch? How's your day going?
Man, cool and player, just chilling like a villain, man. Glad to have football back. You know.
I'm so glad to have football back too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the things that I'm hearing about, you know, Mike McCarthy, it sounds like him and the offensive coordinator seem to be getting along, and it seems like they're trying. Like Mike McCarthy brought him in specifically to fill out the deficiencies that Mike McCarthy may have had with the run game. Not to say that Mike McCarthy's a bad run play caller, but he brought in a special set, something that he may not be particularly good at, so he can fill out the offense.
Yeah, I mean, sure. You know, you not bring in, but you bring up Schottenheimer and let him do, you know, some run things, adjustments or whatever, but they're gonna throw that ball. They're gonna throw the ball the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
But I just think that it's kind of funny that we're hearing all these things about like Mike McCarthy's trying to kind of approach the offense like Dan Quinn does, where he's trying to have the offense fit his players, versus like people are saying like, oh, Kellen Moore's so good at his job. Kellen Moore, you know, he's good at play calling and this, that, and the other. Right. And we're having, you know, Michael Gallup, who has 1.5 legs, trying to run comeback routes when he can't really stop that well. Right. But, you know, Michael Gallup can still run 50 yards downfield and catch balls over his shoulder. Right. Or, you know, we have guys that are smaller. We have smaller guys that can run those routes that are sitting on the sideline that aren't getting those opportunities because he wants to keep calling all these hit routes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough. Which is why the route running of the perimeter receivers and the relationship thing of the quarterback. What do you say? Connection. Relation.
Yeah.
Connection with the quarterback. That's why that's so important. So 100%. You on it, Adrian? You on it?
And one last thing. I just think that if I can put this in the word properly, that I honestly think that Kellen Moore costed us, you know, 2 games last year in terms of the Jacksonville game and the Packers game.
Green Bay.
Because I mean, just imagine if we win those 2 games, if we just run the football, we're probably playing the Vikings and the Giants versus having to play San Francisco and Tampa Bay. So I just think that Kellen, you know, whatever issues that Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy were having last year, kind of just Kellen Moore was just being spiteful and he didn't want to run plays properly, because it just seemed like if he wanted, like when he wanted to, he could run Pollard or he could give Zeke actual good, you know, good run plays, and they would be able to, you know, make big plays and make the offense look dynamic. But it just seemed like as the season went on, Kellen got really jaded and he just wanted the offense to fail. Now, he still wanted Dak to throw well because it makes him look good as a play caller, but it just seemed like either he got lazy or he didn't care about running the ball, which running the ball helps you win games if you're up by a lot of points.
Yeah.
Which allowed Green Bay and Jacksonville to get back in those games and ultimately cost us a Super Bowl run.
Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate you, Adrian. Good call, brother. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Man, Will Steele, I just can't help but to feel like week 6, we're gonna beat the shit out of Kellen and them boys. I just can't help. Got them charges, man. Yeah, we got them charges, bro. I just can't help but to feel like we just gonna beat.
That's gonna feel like a heavyweight match because of the, you know, the not behind the scenes, but the Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore situation. Herbert got the bag, right? You know, they drafted their wide receiver in the first round. You know, we know that Dan Quinn has been giving our offense trouble. And, you know, not preseason, but in practices and whatnot. Now Dan Quinn can just tee off for real. So that'll be a fun matchup, man. I'm excited for it. And if anything, 2 times now, right? Dan Quinn has got the better of his former offensive coordinator, and that's Kyle Shanahan. Shanahan's one of the best in the world, Craig. One of the best in the world. And his offenses haven't been able to just tee off on Dan Quinn's defenses. And those were worse defenses. Not saying they were terrible, but this is a better one. So I'm excited for it. I think the Dan Quinn, Kellen Moore matchup is really what should be talked about, but obviously it's going to be Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore.
Yeah. And that game will be Monday Night Football, goddamn. So we all going to see it. We got 6 more calls. Let's get through them. Let's see what y'all talking about. Let's get Mark on the phone. What's up, Mark?
Yo, what's up? What's up, guys? What's up, Sky?
What's
How y'all
happening
doing, man?
Life good. Complain. What's good?
Yo, man, hey. Mike McCarthy, man, hey, I don't know where some of these people get these ideas about him being, you know, not there or something wrong with, or whatever. But man, just listening to that press conference and you guys breaking it down, man, you know, the first thing that I thought about is he ain't really sneak this and telling, but he's telling you the difference between having a collection of plays.
Yep.
Because having a collection of plays and having a collection of talent will get you a collection of yards and stats and ultimately end up with you with a handful of nothing. And he's just telling us you know, and really not to just sneak this on Kellen or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Because we ought to be all past that now. What he's saying is, like you guys have been saying and everybody else has been saying, some of this stuff got to make some damn sense. You can't just be calling a damn play just to be calling a damn play.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a reason why you're doing something. You got to do what works, and you got to make sure everybody's on the same sheet of music.
Right.
So just hearing him in that tone break down what he's looking for and what he's going to do with the offense, you know, man, that just brings a smile to my face. And we kind of saying it without saying it.
Sure.
But that's really an endorsement of Dak Prescott. People don't want to hear that either. People been saying all the time that that's the problem. No, Dak hasn't been the problem. Dak has been covering up the problem. And it's just refreshing to hear somebody, you know, finally catch up around here, the Dallas Cowboys organization, catch up with what the rest of the league has already known for a lot of years. Man, when you got talented players, man, you should make the game easier for them, not harder. You should make it easier for them. Scott said on his show to me a couple of days ago, and again, Patrick Mahomes is all world. Patrick Mahomes is one-on-one. You put him by himself whenever you're talking about him and anybody else's quarterback. But Scott brought this up to me on his show. He looked it up. Scott said that Mahomes last year throwing 41 touchdowns, he averaged under 5 yards in air distance for those touchdown passes. Under 5 yards. We got Dak having to go make plays on 3rd and 30 regularly. And you still got people here talking stupid.
Yeah.
Like that's Dak's fault. And he gotta overcompensate, you know, for just poor organization and poor play call. Your players have got to overcompensate for that. No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. Again, Mike McCarthy's endorsing Dak to me. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because he could if he wanted. That's what everybody's thinking he's supposed to be doing, turning around handing the football off. No, man. Really, it's still a running league in a lot of ways. It's just, we used to say back in the day, it was 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Now it's just dink and dunk. That's all it is. You do the same thing with handing it off when you dink and dunk and you throw it in the flat, you throw it short, and you run after the catch.
Yeah.
You controlling the clock, you protecting the quarterback, you protecting the football, you protecting your defense.
Right.
You doing all the same things we used to do back in the 70s and 80s when you just handed it to somebody 25 times.
Yeah, man.
It's all the same. It's just how you going about it. Yeah. And sometimes, man, it ain't about how smart you are, it's about how dumb you are. And you know, you can't just be out here just doing anything in a pro league and then wonder why you know, it's refreshing. Let me stop.
Right.
Because I go off.
Yeah,
but it's refreshing to hear somebody
you ain't lying.
say what most of us think, you know, say what most of us think, and now we're gonna get to see somebody do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And let's go about winning football games. So man, love what y'all do, and man, Dono's gonna be all right. It sounds like that strain is minor. Yeah. That happens. Everybody's different with their body and stuff like that. But if you're gonna get hurt, you need to get hurt now. So get it out the way. And leave Simi alone. Simi wasn't going to get no playing time. He just seen if he going to make the squad.
Yeah.
If he's dropping the football, let him drop it. That's why he can't beat nobody out. Because he can't. When it's time for him to catch it, he'll catch it. If not, he won't. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Leave him alone. Let him enjoy camp, man.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate you. Good call.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Fox came in here and said,
"Let me talk to you."
Yeah. Yo, Simmy, you better not keep dropping passes just because you ain't camp, boy. You just had a kid, well, boy. You need them checks. You better start catching them shit. Man. Hey, Mark ain't loud though.
No, the Mahomes stat was eye-opening to me, but I kind of credited a little bit to what he was saying. Andy, like the fact that he was able to adjust. You know, over the years, teams have adapted to Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes' arm by playing the umbrella. So Andy said, "Oh, all right, here's what we gonna do. We're just gonna matriculate down the field, and that's why you see the distance go down." But that's what you gotta do, man.
Hey, shit worked though, because when you win the Super Bowl, you don't care how I get done.
No,
you don't care how I get done. Let's get back into it. Let's go. White 662 White. What up?
What's up, man? What up, Steele?
What's good, Killer? What you got?
Y'all good?
Yeah. You good?
I've been listening to you about because we're not allowed to miss shows.
Never.
Called in a minute.
Appreciate you, man.
But I thought you been hard on Turk, man.
What you mean, like hard on Turk? What you mean, like hard on Turk? Because I've only been honest on Turk, but like, what you mean, like
I
being
feel
hard
you
on
on that, but you know, basically last year was like his rookie year, man. I think he's gonna be big for him. I don't think he's on the bubble to get cut. I think we're gonna need a special team play this year.
I mean,
I actually agree. I think he's safe. I think he's going to be your special team guy, Voch.
So look, this is my thing. He was a rookie last year. I get it. Jalen Tolbert was also a rookie last year. But that don't take away from the idea that I need more from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand that I understand Turpin, because Tolbert and Turpin about to mess me up this whole go. I understand Turpin played at a whole nother football league. I get it. But he's a Cowboy now, and that's what I'm responsible for. Right? So if there was this issue with you learning the plays, if that's the reason why you couldn't get on the field, I need you to learn your plays so I can see you on the field, because if not, there's a problem, right? I think it's fair that sometimes we have to move forward with our roster evaluation as if these players don't exist, right? If Turpin don't get me more offensively, and if he keep running into people on kick return, punt return, I'm trying to move on from him. Why? Not because of who he is as a kick returner, because all that shit finna be fair catches anyway. I need to know what Turpin's giving me as a wide receiver, because now Turpin in that level, if Turpin's not giving you Devin Hester like kick return stuff, now he's the bottom of the roster dude because he's a 6 receiver. Now it's him versus bottom of the roster dudes at linebacker like Brillo Cox. It's him versus bottom of the roster running back guys like Rico Dowdle, Malik Davis, guys like that. Him versus the whole damn wide receiver room, if he's just gonna be fair catching anyway and just run into people. Bottom of the roster guy, DBs like Marquise Bell and them, right? So like if I had, look, Marquise Bell, Donovan Wilson just got hurt today. Marquise probably got involved at some point. So now I need to know, Kevontae Turpin, if you're not giving me Devin Hester on kick return, punt return, and you're giving me nothing at receiver, even Cordero Patterson give me some at receiver, some at running back, right? Devin Hester played corner, and we didn't even know Devin Hester played corner because he was just so good at kick return, punt return. If Kevontae Turpin keeps running into defenders, running into kickers, or muffing punts and kicks, because him being a rookie last year, technically, and him playing USFL had nothing to do with damn 3 muffs keeping these other teams in the game. If he's not going to be an elite kick return, punt return guy for you, I need to know what you're going to do as a bottom of the roster guy that's going to keep you on this roster.
Right. I feel that.
I'm taking Bohanna over Turpin. I'm taking Brillo over Turpin. I'm taking Dowdle over Turpin. I'm taking Tolbert and Simeon, guys like that over Turpin. I'm taking Marquise Bell over Turpin. So at this point, I ain't saying that he can't do it. Turpin gonna have to show me something on offense that's gonna make me. He gonna have to show me something on offense that's gonna have to make me go, all right, as a bottom of the roster guy, I'll keep Turpin here because he has a role in my offense. That's all I'm saying. I ain't lying.
I feel you on that. See, now that you say that, because basically they finna get rid
I've been
of
saying that. I ain't just now saying
anyway.
that. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
But, he did give up great field position a lot last year, and I just feel like he was going to get better. But now
so
they are
dudes
eliminating the kick return.
Yeah, but I mean, so with dudes like that's what I'm saying. People saying, well, Voch, he did turn the field. We got guys that can turn the field. You know what I'm saying? D Shift says he says he likes Turpin over Bohanna. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Bohanna ain't just a one tech, sir. Bohanna is your backup 350-pound dude. So Bohanna's gonna get reps. Bohanna's gonna get 30 plays a game. Is Turpin gonna get 30 plays on offense? I better quit lying to y'all damn self. Turpin can come in on a package. Turpin can come in and run a jet sweep. Turpin can come in and do this and that. Okay, well, that might be 5 plays for Turpin plus kick returns? Turpin tackling somebody? Turpin versus Hunter Lipke right now, chat. Turpin versus Hunter Lipke right now. What y'all got? Shitting me? Go ahead, man. My bad, D-Shift.
Fired up.
Now you good. Yeah. That's all I had, though, man.
Appreciate you, man. Good call. Good call. Hey, man.
Watch not play about this Turpin.
Somebody say stop with the with the bow crush. This ain't a bow crush. This ain't a bow crush. Look at the numbers. Look at how Dan Quinn lays his defense. Well, still, wouldn't you say, sir, that we have noses, right? But in that group of noses, we got one tech guys and we got like the 350-pound characters, like the true zero tech guys. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree that Neville Gallimore is not a true zero tech guy? He's more of a one tech guy. So if anything happens to Hankins, it'll be Bo. Where's the Bo crush? Bo's going to give you more as a rotational guy. And if anything happens to, I don't even want to say it, Bo's the first 355-pound dude that's coming off the bench. Where's Turpin playing? If something happened to Brandon Cooks, Turpin don't go on the field. Go ahead.
Your context makes sense in that it depends honestly on what they decide to do between Mozzie and Hankins. But there's a world where, Bohanna will likely see, it'll go down. I don't think it'll be 20, 25 anymore, but we'll likely see 10 to 15 snaps per game where we're asking, can we get that out of Turp, or is he just your returner? He's likely just going to be your returner until we see that he contributes on offense. I feel like that's where your passion comes. Like, let me see it on offense for Turpin.
I'll apologize.
Yeah, let me see it, and if there's nothing there, then he better be, as you said, Devin Hester on special teams. Dante Hall, or somebody like that on special teams if he's not going to contribute offensively.
Can you beat Dennis Houston? As a wide receiver, I ain't talking about your return numbers, right? Can you, because Turpin ain't tackling nobody, right? Can you beat, he ain't blocking on PATs. Can you beat Dennis Houston as a wide receiver? Can you beat Turpin? Can you beat Tolbert? Can you beat Cropper, Jalen Moreno Cropper? He'll run this shit back. You know what I'm saying? Can you beat guys like that as a wide receiver? That's my whole thing about Turpin, bro. And I don't hate Turpin. I would love to see, because he's one of the fastest, quickest, you know what I mean? Big, he's a big play guy, but you got to be in the game to be a big play guy. You got to know the plays to be a big play guy. You got to be available to be a big play guy. You got to not run into the defense to be a big play guy. I just got to see it. That's all.
Yeah, the potential on what Turpin can be for a role is fun to think about, but we can't live on that.
Sure. Turpin gonna see this and they'll never give us an interview after this. But I'm just saying though, man. I'm just saying. Let's get Charlie from Abilene on the phone. See what he's talking about. What up, Charlie?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's up? What you got for us, brother?
Chilling, man. Yeah, so I think it's good. I mean, it's not good that you got hurt, but like I think the timing at least and the injury could have been way worse. You know what I'm saying? Like with Donovan Wilson. So, and we got 6 weeks till week 1, so I think that we're gonna be fine timing wise. Is that an injury though that like is easily re-aggravated? You know what I'm saying? Like he's back for week 1. Is that something that he could easily re-aggravate because it's a strain or not?
Well, we don't know the severity. There's 3 different grades on that. That's what, in fact, I think it was Archer who just tweeted. He's getting an MRI, so they're going to see the severity of it. Hold up. While Dallas will be cautious. Okay, here we go. More information per Ian Rappaport. While Dallas will be cautious, Donovan Wilson's injury is not serious, a source said. So if it's not serious, if you're talking about, a 7 to 10 day type of strain, then, that shouldn't be a problem. If it's a grade 3, you're talking about being out 3 months. And then if you want to go back to Michael Gallup, right? Like Gallup strained his, came back, played extremely well until he tore his ACL and with the awkward catch in the end zone. So yeah, I guess it depends on the severity, and it sounds like it's not that severe. So that's great.
Okay. Yeah, that could be something you have that doctor on A to Z Sports back on for. Or something.
Oh yeah. He comes back up start of the season. You already know.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. I haven't called in a while for either of y'all, but I've been keeping up with all of y'all throughout the whole thing. But
this Charlie Murphy.
I was listening. I didn't. Huh?
This Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, Charlie Murphy.
Okay.
This motherfucker's name is Charlie Murphy for real?
I thought he said that one day and I just ran with it.
Nah, not real.
Well, that's way better than fucking Charlie from Abilene. I'm calling your ass Charlie Murphy. What the hell wrong with you?
Yeah, change that shit. That was from 2 years ago that you put me into Charlie Abilene. I hated it, bro. I'm out of Abilene.
That's what you told me. I didn't make this up.
Yeah.
But I asked, what's your name? All right, cool. Go ahead.
But yeah, bro. All right. So, and then another thing I had real quick. Malik Hooker. I've seen a few times Brian Broaddus doesn't talk too highly. Like he doesn't dog him, but he says like, we could do a lot better than Malik Hooker. I don't see what he's talking about. I feel like Malik is a pretty solid ass good, safety back there roaming with the other two that we have. Like I feel like it's a good combination with Malik. Am I missing something, or do y'all agree with Brian Broaddus?
I mean, Hooker can play, but I don't think Hooker's a guy that stopped you from drafting a free safety if that's what Brian was going for. You know what I'm saying? Like if we were to go into the draft and it was some cold ass free safety type character coming out of the draft or whatever, and he was available for us, I don't think that Malik would stop you from drafting like a top tier type free safety. But the problem is that you don't get a whole bunch of top tier type free safeties. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that may be where
he's a
he
free agent after this upcoming year, right?
Yep. It'll probably be Izzy most more than likely, unless we draft somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I'll say, I had to rewind and watch your show yesterday with y'all two on it, because I had to do something. But I heard y'all talking about the whole like some dude was saying y'all aren't his cup of tea or something. But fuck that motherfucker, bro. Y'all are the top of the game. Y'all are who I listen to. Y'all are who I listen to when I'm bored or I'm not feeling good. Y'all put me in a better mood. So and y'all know your shit.
Damn,
so
dog.
Fuck the cup of tea shit, bro. Like y'all are real ass people. And ignore all those ignorant ass motherfuckers, bro. All of us love you. So there's a reason why y'all chances continue to grow and grow and grow. It's because y'all continue to grow at how good y'all are. So yeah, just want to say we appreciate you, all that shit, and fuck all the other people that hate on you and say ignorant ass shit like that, bro.
Damn.
Basically, fuck them.
Man, Yo, Charlie, appreciate you, man. That really does mean the world to us, bro. That means the world. Me and Will still probably gonna cry about it and talk about this off air. Me and Will, get emotional over shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like we love this kind of shit. Hey man, appreciate you, bro. That you know what I'm saying, that made our day, bro.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Nah, for sure, bro.
Yes,
have
sir.
a good one.
I'm gonna hold together, Will. Still, I'm gonna hold together, but that mean the world to me when you say shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another thing on Turpin, right? This is a stacked team. You know what I'm saying? Like this team is like pretty stacked. You know what I mean? So if this was like a roster that needs to be built or something like that, and there was a lot of room just for dudes to be here, then yeah, keep them around and develop them and things like that. But man, when roster cuts come around, y'all gonna be looking at your phone and be like, damn, how do we cut this dude? I like this dude. This dude is talented, right? And that's just the reality that we're gonna have to deal with because we got so many dudes on this team that we value. We're gonna look at cut day going, damn boy, him. And I just offer y'all just the opportunity to go, that dude that gets cut that you just went down for him. And I ain't gonna say nothing else because I don't want to miss that interview. You know what I'm saying?
Selfishly, for me, I want him to be involved or find a way to get involved because we lacked explosion last year, Voch. And how many times do we come on the show and say, all right, CD Lamb, Tony Pollard, that's it. We could have used a guy like him last year. So I really hope like hell everything gets put together and Mike finds a way because now you got those explosives. You got Deuce, you got Terp, you got CD, you got Tony Pollard, you got Brandon Cooks. Those are 5 explosives, man. You should be finding a way to get all of them involved throughout the season.
D Shift say I couldn't get the time and somebody to make one last attempt, then get back to the phone. Hold on.
Basically,
there we go. All right, let's get back to the phone, man. We got 3 unknown callers. Let's hear from y'all and see what the business is. 210, what's up? Who this?
Hey, yo, what's up, man? This is that nigga Fred, man.
What's your name? Who this?
Yeah, bro, that nigga Fred, man.
Okay,
I love just how chill he was about it too.
Okay, so do I put Maine at the end of it too?
No, it's just that nigga Fred. Anyway, man, hey, I watch our show, especially A to Z, and man, I'm impressed, man. Y'all do y'all thing, bro.
Thank you, man.
I saw the clip that y'all posted of Sam Williams.
Yeah.
Bro, that he jacked, bro.
Yeah, he is.
He got Dorrance Armstrong better be
you better be ready.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I ain't want nothing, man. It's my first time calling. I watch y'all show every day, man. I appreciate y'all. I can't wait to see when Mozzie put them pads on.
Come on, man.
Hell yeah. Anybody gonna do it though, because they don't like to, they don't like to follow linemen or whatever. But if I'm out there, I'm finding Mozzie. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
where the fun stuff was going
Hey
on
man, I
last year.
appreciate you. I didn't want nothing. I just wanted to call and talk some shit. Fuck the Eagles.
Hey, listen, great call. I just put you down platinum. For the sake of monetization, we're gonna lean around Negan and like DNF, or I'm just gonna call you Fred and I'll just have you introduce yourself. I'm like, we got Fred on the phone. What's up with you? You'll just
All right, man. Hey, y'all take it easy, man. Appreciate the
Salute. That Negan Fred. Love it.
But Will, it ain't just that is that's his name, but the speed and the matter of factness that he said it. Right? He was like, that Fred, right? And I was like, what's your name again? And he said it the exact same way.
Right.
And Fred.
So chill with it.
He's like, you wasn't listening? I'm like, my fault. I was listening. Whew, 214, follow that up. What's happening? Who this?
Uh-oh.
214, what up? Who this?
Dallas too.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Martell.
You said it who?
That nigga Martell. That was a good beat.
Who this is?
It's Dayon Martell.
Oh wow, that was a perfect. Hey, bro.
Okay, we was going.
That was perfect.
Okay, cool. We just gonna call you Dayon. What you got for us, Dayon?
Shit, I just want to say.
Shit.
I just want to touch on the Dono injury. I
Yes,
know
sir.
it's like it ain't what we want in camp, but if it's gonna take Izzy getting more burn, I'm cool with it because I like what he showed us at the end of the year. I feel like if he get more burn in training camp, running with the ones, it can help us further down the mid-season. So I'm cool with the Dono going down, even if it's for a week or two. It don't matter. So.
Yeah, like me and Will was saying, not that we wishing any type of injury, but or whatever. But if it's as long as it's not that 3-letter ligament going on or whatever, then I'm fine with it. If Donovan got to miss the rest of preseason, perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? We'll just plug you in whenever, you'll just get your therapy, get your massages, get your rest. And as long as you're ready for the Giants, I'm good to go. But most importantly for all these guys, right, as we're talking about 3-letter ligaments, as long as it's not the end of the season, like if you're available for January, perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if he could be ready for game 1, then that's cool too.
And honestly, bro, I probably should have prepared myself for this. But with the excitement of camp, you often block out the negatives that come from camp, and that's injuries.
Yeah.
They happen.
Right, absolutely. And you never know, like guys come out of camp all the time that you'll never hear of for an injury. So
sure.
That's just a part of the game. So
yeah.
You just gotta take it on the chin.
Fair enough. Appreciate you, Dayon. Good call, man. Good call. Hey man, I'm just up here trying to just find multiple ways to like take Fred's name and just flip it. You know what I mean? Just try to do something with it. I was thinking, look, this is how much I got deep into it as Dayon was talking. If there was a linebacker podcast, right, with a former Cowboys linebacker and a current Niners linebacker, the podcast would be called Dat and Fred. You know what I'm saying?
Fred Warner.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just in my mind like DNF, Dat and
that
Fred.
Negan Fred.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Negan Fred. Or maybe I should just call him Negan Fred. That'd be funny. But whatever. Let's get this last call out of the way. 817. What's happening? Who is this?
Hi, this is Travis. I want to say I love the show and I missed y'all.
Hey man, appreciate you, Travis.
Sorry.
Yes, sir. What you got for the show?
Since I had to get my football itch somewhere, I've been watching a bunch of other guys do a bunch of analytical stuff.
Sure.
And they had a series where they're going over every NFL team, and they happened to watch one about the Chargers. I was driving my grandma, busted out laughing whenever they talked about how they hated that Herbert had to throw so many hitch routes last year. I'm like, oh, they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know, man. There's a lot going on, bro. Kellen Moore was a headache, dog.
Yeah. I hate to keep beating a dead horse, but one more thing.
Yes, sir.
How much better do you think, or just the amount of screens do you think we'll run now that we don't have a fullback? I mean, Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield all the time.
If we run some of them good, then that's better than last year. So I'm I'm all for it. I'm with it.
I'm pretty sure the only screens we ran last year was like with Ferguson or Schultz.
Yeah.
Never did Pollard or anyone who had more explosion.
Tight end screens. Probably ran more tight end screens under Kellen than actual running back ones.
Yep. Good call, Travis. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting, man. Let me just do this real quick.
The conference has been unlocked.
Blade Brown, call in. You wanna make this show about you? I got time to make a little part of this show about you, Blade. Go ahead, call in, man. Good show today.
Yes,
we just it's always fun to do things that you love, man. We call ourselves content kings, man. Content king ain't just something that you say you are. It's something that you actually got to be. You know what I mean? And it's easy for us. It's natural for us, man. So we do this, man. You the best in the business. You know what I mean? You my guy. Blade Brown, you got
best, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Blade Brown, you got 40 seconds to call my show before we get into these supers and get up out of here. I just want to reiterate for everybody that came in a little later. Sadiqa left us a super that we didn't get a chance to get into. She said she is not a dude or a bro or a sir. She's a woman, so stop calling her dude, bro, and sir. All right, let's just get into the supers, man. We ain't finna be waiting all day for this character, man. Finna be waiting all day for this character, man.
Let them wait.
Oh, that's him? All right, cool. Let's cut this off. Blade Brown, what up?
What?
Get your goof ass on my phone, dog. We about to read super stuff. All right, here we go. I'm finna waste my time doing that shit, man. Let me hit refresh.
What's wrong with y'all?
Blade Brown.
Niggas are crazy.
Well, I'm not finna. Blade Brown.
The conference has been locked.
Who in the blue hell are you?
Look. If you want time, call an Eagle show. There are plenty good. Look, go listen to Lord Brunson. I recommend you go listen to Lord. He does some fantastic Eagles. Go over there and check his show out. You gonna make time for you? Come on, sir. All right, man. Let's get into these supers, dog. Let's get into these supers, bro. On the volume side, I got you good, didn't we, Will? Still?
Yes. I was hoping I'm like, he really about to open this up for this dude.
No, we finna do it.
Because I was about to press all my buttons. Every last one of them just
he wasn't finna get no talking. Nothing. He wasn't finna talk today. Shit, if I let him, you wouldn't. Oh man,
I was ready.
Let's get into this, man. The day the 26th on the volume side. Somehow Zack Martin is in the thumbnail. We say shit about him today. But all right. Bulldog mayonnaise. I don't know what currency that is. NOC KR. That's some type of crone. Okay, cool. He says, "Hi, how are you? How's the weather? And where are you?"
Hot ass Texas.
This motherfucker about to ask my he about to ask my goddamn social security number. Dog, you want to spam a cut? I appreciate you though, Bulldog man.
I'm gonna be real, bro.
Yeah.
One of the small underlining things if we don't get out there at camp is that I'm gonna miss is that weather.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
getting out of this 110 degree weather to go to it's 65, 75 it's beautiful weather, man.
Beautiful out there, man. Appreciate you, man. We don't wipe these 304. What's up, Chris? He says, no, we're gonna be nice, Chris. Per Chris, the Herbert sexuals, we're gonna be nice now. Going wild after yesterday. All right, there we go. We don't want to get canceled over here. We just got this job, and I'm trying to hold the volume hostage for contract renegotiation. Now, come on now. Brother L dropped the deuce and says just because we banged it on cuz.
Hold on.
Blade Brown wasn't again, man.
Michelle said he really said ASL. Do you remember ASL back in the day? Age, sex,
location. That's old school, boy. Should have showed your age on that one, cut.
That's AIM right there.
It's at MySpace. Yeah. Dog, there were really people that would chat with a stranger, and we didn't have profile pics. This was back in the day.
No profile pics, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This wasn't some time because there's some teenagers now, some 21-year-olds that just won't understand. Now it's easy to just take a selfie and just upload it.
Back he was risking it.
You would have to take a picture, scan it, make a digital file for it, and that'll be your upload. So back in the day, man, people ain't had profile pics. So it was whole relationships where they'll talk for months and not have a clue what this person looked like.
But you had to have a captivating name. My AOL AIM name was, and this is when I was big, Dipset Boy 1026.
Dipset Boy 606.
Oh, all right, he like Dipset. What up?
Bachiev, baby. You know. This was what this
then,
one.
Then I remember my second one was Still Got It. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. Then MySpace came around. I was Mr. Still Your Girl. But
Mr. Still, Mr. So look, you would be texting like caramel cutie 456. You know what I mean?
Right.
Chocolate God is too. Yeah. Different time. Y'all wasn't outside. Appreciate you, brother L. He says resume. He says hashtag 20 studio hashtag 2049. Appreciate you, brother L. Appreciate your brother L. That Negan Fred at AOL.com is crazy. I bet it is, though. I bet it is.
Come
L,
on, man.
L said early that's his Cash App. That's his Cash App name and everything. Oh, damn, dog. Hilarious. Let's refresh and get in on the vice side. Oh, that's funny, dog. 26. That nigga Fred. Queen Cowboy Sports. She dropped a dub. This your name? Okay, we'll know it's you when I see you in the chat. She dropped a dub. Says hopefully y'all will appreciate my money because I work hard for mine. Man. Hope y'all motherfuckers appreciate my money.
Started off the super chat. Y'all motherfuckers.
Hey, baby. But look, she said Will Steele. Pause. She said Will Steele. He's hard. Thank you. Is that an inside joke between y'all?
I don't know what that mean, Queen. Come on now.
Is an inside joke between y'all?
Come on, man. We're loyal with the drop. Come on, man.
All right. Dangling and strangling. Dangling and strangling is crazy.
Queen, what was that? For what? For what?
Oh man, who said it? Jarrell Jones? Jarrell Jones says dangling and strangling. Oh man, that's why old boy don't. Yo, Will said that's why old boy don't think it's no cowboy content creators. We spent 10 minutes.
Yeah, he don't like this part.
Yeah, he don't like this part. But this the part though. Oh shit, this the part though. Thank you so much, Queen. Hard. Thank you.
See, that's who. What's his name? Dontrell.
Dontrell, yeah.
Dontrell thought I was with Queen or something.
He loved messages like this. Jangly Echoes dropped the deuce and says Donald Carter off the field with that calf injury. Yep. Per Ian Rappaport, it'll be all right. Says a strain. Humble King dropped 5. Says Turpin owe Voch some money. Don't worry, Voch. Did he drop the 5? Turpin owe me 5. Appreciate you, Humble King. And Cool Hand Lou dropped 5 and says I don't want a damn thing. Just supporting two bros with bright futures. Thanks for keeping the letter networks out of my life. Let that Negan Fred call in more. Appreciate you.
Facts.
Appreciate you, dog. Just the fact that Negan Fred is going to be like an inside joke, but even Negan is an inside joke on this show. Like it's layers to this show. If you miss shows, you don't know what's going on right now. Crazy. What a day. Shella said like I'm getting some guilty sushi. Man, ain't nobody guilty around here. Will did nothing.
Nothing. I don't know what she talking about, but I will say this. Again, you can't miss shows. And I know we're supposed to like grab clips. I have to say that episode of Mess or Funnies it's number 1 to me.
Yeah.
It's number 1.
That was a great time.
Dontrell, you know who you was with? Number 1.
Great time, bro. Oh man. Let's get into it, man. Hear ye. Come on in now. Come on in. Dangling strangling is crazy.
How did you remember that, brother?
Hey, this is crazy. Here we go. We're working on number 3 per Sky. Here we go.
Somebody, I'll tell you about that later.
Marcus Hardison says, at the volume, that's me and Will Steele, by the way. Me, Will Steele, and that Negan Fred. At the volume, why should you embrace your detractors? Because you will never meet a hater doing better than you. Come on, Will Steele. Come on, Will Steele. I'm gonna throw in critics too. Marcus Harrison, you know what I'm saying, for Godfather, right? Why should you embrace your critics and detractors? Because you will never meet a hater doing better than you. Come on, son. I need it's fantastic, man. Young GOAT, Young Pimp, hold this L, UNLV, line sleep outside. Appreciate you, Marcus Harrison. That was a good one, man. That was a good one. Appreciate you.
Lucky said Wisconsin Forever. That's probably number 2. Wisconsin Forever was crazy. That was the Matt Stafford won't throw to the to the Negans.
Vibranium was crazy.
Vibranium was wild.
Vibranium was crazy. We just not gonna be able to.
Lee said which Dontrell? Not 717 Dontrell. 214 Dontrell.
Should have been around because Dontrell called in.
Yeah, he just called in a couple weeks or right before he went on break. I think it was.
Called in last week. He called my show last week.
Okay.
Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Blade Brown dropped a dime and he says, "Man, we ain't reading your super chat, dog." Anyway, no, I'm playing. He dropped a dime and says, "Vachi, you wrong as hell, bro. I was just gonna tell you how good you did on draft coverage." Cool, I'm reading it now. Thank you. Especially when you talking about Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith. LOL, fly, Eagles fly. Hey,
play slick.
He's very slick. He's very slick, but yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can't sell me bullshit because I know the prices. You know what I'm saying? I know how much it costs. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Another fantastic episode of The Volume. Love y'all so much for coming in, supporting us every day. Monday through Friday. I don't work every day, but Monday through Friday. Glad y'all came in to help us with that. We'll see. We ain't gonna keep saying it. We're gonna call Brumley tonight, and based on what Brumley say, we'll go from there. But y'all follow the Volume on all of his pages. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the follow button. Do the same thing with all of Voch Lombardi's pages. VOCHLOMBARDI. Twitch.tv/Voch Lombardi. That's my non-football content, and patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. Patreon will be ramped up once we get preseason filming. That's gonna be really, really fun. But in the meantime, come over to the twitch.tv/Voch Lombardi. We'll be having some fun reactions over there. Some good little stuff going on. Y'all check out my guy Skywalker Steele, STEELE, on social medias, and A to Z Dallas on YouTube in the morning, 8:30 to 10:30. Appreciate you, sir. For the rest of y'all hooligans, man, y'all hold it down for the Doski Walsh and the Peasky Whiskey. Till next time, Volume.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
A show like this is how you know football's back, bro. This felt like an in-season show. It's back.
With 5 o'clock, man. Love y'all, man. Except for Blade Brown. I just simply like him, but I love the rest of them.